everyone. I'm so excited to be here again as we are having our second session of our newly launched Dragon Age campaign. Here with you today, me as your storyteller, I am Sage. Alphabetical order, in case you forgot.
Thank
Okay.
you. Well, hello. My name is Bianca Zelda, and I will be playing Saharr, the Qunari mage who doesn't really know why they're here, but seems insistent to make sure that Bahan stays out of trouble.
And I'm Casey. I'm going to be playing Bahan, and I'm going to be getting into probably a decent amount of trouble.
Hi, my name is Morgan. I'm back playing Emmylou, our very cheerful rogue human. Super excited to be back and making sure everybody's got their undies.
Very important job.
And I'm Riana, and I'll be playing Athven, who's a oh my god, elf warrior. And he's just a simple man with simple feelings, and he's trying his best to rein everyone in.
Big dad energy right there.
Big dad energy. Yeah.
Big dad energy.
Well, tell me, friends, what happened in our first session?
Okay, so Emmylou's got this. So first things first, we wake up bright and early and we go and see the boss. And the boss tells us that we've leveled up as spies. So we're now the Rooks, which is a brand new thing. So we've got to kind of set for ourselves what it means, but we're really excited and we got our first mission. And our first mission is to tell Clan Levallan, the Herald's clan, that they're not a hostage and that they're here doing their heraldy things of their own free will. So we go and we talk to the Herald. And while we're talking to the Herald, whose name is Zelda, Bahan steals a multi-tool. And Saharr is really good about it, wants to have them replace it, not with the thing that they stole, but with some leaves and stuff, which I think was a really good effort, a really nice sentiment. So we resolve all that. So that's our first little sub-quest is we need to get a new multi-tool because we need to replace the one that Bahan stole and Saharr did not enforce to replace. So we're going to get that. And then we're also going to get mochi cakes for Bahan's wife. And then we packed up everything we needed, which included potatoes. It included some nuts, some spice nuts for the clan little kiddos, which I thought was a really good idea. It includes our undies and some wagon wheels. And then we went off and we traveled. We had a little boat trip. We've got a horse named Jelly, which I think is great. And then we reached the Dalish clan. We had a really good time. We made a lot of friends. We got a new multi-tool. We got attacked by a whole bunch of wolves, which was not really fun. But we emerged victorious and we found out that the Herald was a blood mage.
That about sums it up. Yeah.
And that's what you missed.
I completely forgot. I'm a really bad spouse because I forgot that my wife wanted cakes.
Oh no, you got them.
You got them. You totally did. You did achieve that goal. So you did get
you got your green tea mochi cakes for your wife, Rivka.
Thank
You're
you.
a great partner. You did well.
Yeah. In my notes here, it says Yolanda is a blood mage, and right underneath it, it goes, "Yikes!"
That is definitely a common reaction that many people have to hearing news of blood magic happening near or around them, or even off in the distance. It generally strikes fear in the hearts of many. And yes, where we are picking up is after your fight with the with these blighted wolves. And you all managed after that to enjoy a nice soothing long rest and heal up your hit points and such. And in the morning, you are greeted by Keeper Levallan as he presents to you a set of hollow horn daggers that are, carved down to a fine point. And then
Got swag, yo.
yeah, got that
Yeah.
swag. The identical twins, Urila and Alora, had presented us a pair of. Oh, gee, I should put my phone on vibrate. Shame on me. Had presented a pair of iron bark bows. The woman Malira, who Saharr had taken to, presented to you an amulet made of this red stone, and at the center of it is a six-pointed star, and at the center of the six-pointed star is an eye. And you had found out that it promotes your spiritual magical prowess, as well as a set of iron bark medium armor. So all of you are presented these gifts for your valiant efforts to defend the clan against these tainted wolves.
Yay.
Yay.
And then Keeper Levallan, he also presents the amulet of the first to give back to the herald with the note attached to it. And he says, you all have all of our gratitudes, and we would love to present these to you to keep you safe. And should you ever need to call upon us, we will listen and we will be there. Please give this to Elendar and see that you all travel safely back. Of course, you are welcome to spend the day here. We are departing around midday. As you might imagine, a pack of wolves with those kind of symptoms, it's best we get onto the road and to hopefully a safer spot.
It is my recommendation, if you grow some parsley around the area, wolves will no longer infect your place.
And he looks kind of confused and looks over to like the herbalist and healer Dara, and she's like kind of gives her a very subtle shake no, but then the keeper, he's like, yes, thank you so much for your suggestions.
Okay.
And then everyone just they all kind of disperse and start making breakfast and
Yeah.
packing up things and everything. So if there are any conversations that you would like to have with any of the people here, you are more than welcome to, or you're welcome to have a breakfast with everyone and head out. It's up to you.
Athven, despite being Dalish, is pretty good out here. So he kind of looks like he wants to get going.
Wants to get going. Okay. Emmylou's fine with it. She's gonna very cheerfully say goodbye to everybody. Make sure the kids all have like a nice little suite with them when they leave. And just, I guess, I'm gonna. Do we have like a raven or something, or like do we just let them know like, hey, once you end up like where you end up, like just let us know so we can like maybe just keep on tabs and make sure like we don't lose track of you, and that if you need us, we can always like help.
Definitely, yeah. What's definitely common practice is whenever you get to the next major city, you can commission a raven to go back towards Haven with a message.
Okay. To new location.
All right, but so it looks like we're all packing up and heading out.
Yeah.
Ready to go.
It's a very lovely, crisp winter day. There's a light snow that has dusted the ground. And as you all are walking through with Jelly in your cart, you hear, sorry, my cat is just freaking out. Okay. She's attacking a bag on the ground. You all hear, just wonderful bird song fill the air, the crunch of twigs and leaves. Your tail now. The crunch of leaves and twigs beneath your feet. And as you approach to, this large city that you had sailed into, coming in from the Storm Coast, you all could get the chance and send a raven with your message. What does your message say?
So I think that we should keep the secrety stuff for like in person. I actually don't think I've shared it with the rest of them, so I'm going to keep that to myself.
Ooh.
And just say, a really quick maybe message of like mission complete on our way home.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, be about 2 days journey back by this point.
Okay.
Well, and about 1 to get over across the sea, and then 1 once you hit land again back towards Haven.
Like standard coding applies, that kind of stuff.
Definitely.
Is that what they meant when they said 1 if by land, 2 if by sea?
Yeah, that's totally what they meant.
That is coding. You're right.
Yeah.
Excellent. Yes, and as you all, you can spend the night in town, get a cheap room, have a nice evening, set off over sailing the sea, and it is a choppy, bumpy ride with lots of big swells of waves that drop
Oh.
down into the trough, and it just makes your stomach drop, and it not necessarily the most fun time heading back. But as the sailing begins to smooth out as you approach the storm coast, and you see these huge rocky precipices come into view under the cast of this dense fog. And as you're pulling up into the harbor, you're about maybe 30 yards away. You hear the sounds of battle, of swords and axes clanging and yelling of probably about a dozen or so people. And as the ship pulls up, through the snippets of fog, you see this individual who is 20 feet tall, swinging a huge club at these what look like tiny beings in comparison, scrambling around, and just swings this club and whoosh, takes out one of the ships that's parked in the harbor.
Oh no.
That's not the normal behavior of that area, correct? And Sahar's gonna look, earnestly at their party.
No, giants are generally mean. That's pretty normal.
Yeah, but like they normally keep to themselves.
Well,
I hope it doesn't take a swing at us.
so I shouldn't try to hit it.
How far
Athven-
away are we?
Athven already has his bow out. Like, wait, we're not.
Now you're about 10 yards away, or about 30 feet.
Oh, okay. We're really close. Okay. How do the other guys look?
Now as you're pulling up, you see about 20 people, and the one individual that strikes you all as the most interesting is this huge Qunari bloke with these big bovine-like horns, who is leading this charge in against this giant. And you hear strike as they all start rushing in, with weapons raised, and you see, just standing about 20 feet back, you see archers, letting loose shots. You see one mage in the far back just letting loose these arcane bolts.
Yeah, okay, let's get in it, I guess.
Hell yeah, let's get in it. Hell yeah, you got it. Athven's gonna get in that if I have my chance. Shit.
All right, let's roll some initiative.
Everybody remember how to play this game really quickly.
Right? That's exactly why I'm getting the rules back up, because I know it like the back of my hand. Do we roll a d20 for initiative?
LOL.
I'm sorry. I'm really bad.
3d6s.
Everything is 3d6s. That's
everything
right.
is d6s. So yes, initiative is a dexterity test. So you'll roll your 3d6 and then add your dexterity bonus.
Yeah, and then we have the special dice. That's the dragon die.
Yeah, you have your off-color one.
Oh, does that count for initiative if you get doubles?
I'll say no. I don't think it. I think if in the case of a tie, if one of you got doubles, then you'll get to go first.
Okay.
All right. Bahan, what did you get?
I got a 10.
Saharr, what did you get?
I also got a 10.
Qunari pride.
Mm,
Wow.
Did either of you get doubles?
I did.
Mm-mm.
Okay, so we'll call you first. Athven, what did you get?
8.
And Emmylou,
I got a 16.
9.
Wow.
I rolled double sixes.
Nice.
So that's
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
Could have probably saved that for a damage roll, but anyway.
We're off to
First
a
good,
start.
first
You'll
good
get
roll
there,
of the
don't worry.
day.
You'll
I
get
kid
there.
you not, the giant rolled a 3.
Oh my god. What a
Coward.
dick.
God.
Okay. So,
Fantastic. All right, so we have Emmylou. You are up first now, as the dock is just there. Excuse me, the boat is just pulling into dock, and so you can make a quick dash off of the boat and onto the dock if you'd like, and then the giant will be about 30 feet away from you.
okay, so I'd like to get solid ground underneath my feetsies because I don't want to take a sudden dip. So I'll like to use my movement to go and do that. And then I'm going to draw my short bow and I'm going to fire at him.
Excellent.
Okay, so that's 8, 10. So that's a 15 to hit him.
Yes, that does hit.
Okay, so 15 to hit him, and then I'm going to roll my damage, which is 2d6. And that's 7 points of damage.
Nice. Excellent.
You have to say noise when it's Emmylou. Noise.
And anything else in your turn?
I think I'm going to use my minor action just to reload,
Very cool. Perfect.
and that's it.
All right, and then so you fire these, shoot the shot off, and then you see, as this company of individuals just comes in and clashes at the ankles of this huge creature, and you see them just hacking and slashing away, and you see one person tries to take out a rope and begin making a lasso to try and snag one of its appendages.
Ooh.
He misses, but they manage to get in just slash after slash against this creature, and it's going to take some damage. And then Saharr, you're next, and then Bahan.
After quickly posing the question of can I attack it, Emmylou just launches off the ship and onto the docks and shoots it. So they kind of get the idea that yeah, I can attack that. And with my staff, I'm gonna kind of tap it on the deck beneath me and use my arcane lance.
Nice.
Let's see if I remember. So first I have to even see if I can use my magic. Oh, that's not great. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9.
Let's see. On the spell Arcane Lance, it should have a target number, abbreviated as TN.
Oh, did I write that down? 10. Ugh.
Also, not quite. You try to summon your magic, and you see it crackle and just misfire off the top of your staff.
Awkwardly, I stumble a little bit. Oh, the boat is awfully rocky.
Anything for a minor action?
You
can move. You can.
I have heal as a minor action.
All of you would be full hit points.
Okay. The individual with the Qunari that's far ahead, do they look damaged at all?
Not yet so far. Everyone looks pretty fresh.
You can stand your ground and kind of prepare yourself for the next one.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm happy standing my ground. I think this boat's it's fine. I mean, I only slept once.
And then Bahan.
Okay, I'm gonna backstab because I remembered I can do that this time.
Yay!
There we
Okay,
go.
so make a stealth against this giant's perception.
Okay. Let me look at my. I did a smart thing this time because it wasn't saving, and I saved my character sheet onto my phone.
There you
Ah.
go.
So
Good job.
I took a really awkward picture of my computer screen last time. What is my stealth for? Is it just
So it'll be an ability test. So you roll your 3d6, add your dexterity, and then if you have a focus in stealth, then you'll get to add +2.
okay? I don't. All right. $11.
Just as you think you're about to get in, you see it just swats its other hand and just tries to knock you aside.
Okay, so then I can't attack it now.
You can attack it, but it won't be a sneak attack.
Okay, well I was gonna use my throwing dagger, so I'm just gonna throw my dagger at it
Nice. All right.
and then
Give
hide
it to it.
behind Saharr. So
Nice try, Bahan.
so hold on. Ooh, doubles.
Ooh, get to generate some combat stunts.
So that's 14 because my doubles were 6s.
Yeah, you sure do hit this thing.
Wow.
What is the number on your dragon die?
Oh wait, sorry, I didn't add my thing to that, so it was actually 18.
Yeah.
Oh.
The number on my dragon die is 2. My dragon die doesn't like me.
Then you'll generate 2 stunt points. Where? There we are. So I will tell you right now, you will not be able to knock this creature prone. But you can use a defensive staff. So you set up your defense, so you get a +2 to defense. You can do a mighty blow, so you can do an extra 1d6 damage. You can pierce their armor. You can try and taunt them. Or
Gosh, sorry. What does taunting them do?
so you try and distract them, and then you'll make a deception check against their self-discipline, and if you win, they will suffer a -1 penalty on all attack rolls or casting rolls until their next turn.
Best thing about taunt is that I just looked at it and accidentally read it as taint.
Oh,
I generate 2 points to taint.
don't like that.
That has several different meanings in the context of this also being Dragon Age.
Oh
I know
yeah,
Oh my god, every time I read taint, I'm like, ah! I'm an adult.
The Darkspawn Grundle.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Darkspawn buffalo shots.
Blood magic, one of its uses is to cleanse your taint.
Beautiful.
Why? Well, I'm not gonna taint it,
I'd stop.
and I'm not gonna taunt it either. What does armor piercing do?
You need it to download the short cute that our wonderful DM made for us.
If you
Oh.
pierce their armor rating is halved versus.
Okay.
the
I'll do
attack.
that.
Okay, cool. All right. So then go ahead and roll your damage.
Okay. That is okay. Hold on. Okay, so it's just 4.
Okay. Cool. I do math good, and then Athven, it is you.
Okay. Do I have to use my minor action to move, or am I close enough that I can fight?
You would have to use your minor action to move.
Okay, so my minor action is moving up to the thing, and then I'm hoping to do let's do it. I want to do an all-out attack.
Yeah, do it.
So I'm gonna put my full strength, and you know what? Let's do it. So let's roll. Ooh, okay, didn't fall. So let me roll my dragon die. Okay, so that's 6, 4, and 3. So 14.
6,
And then-
4, and 3 is 13.
That's what I said.
Mhm.
And then what do I add to it? Sorry.
And then you're
Because I'm a warrior, it's
and you're using like light blades, right? Because you're dual wielding.
I'm gonna
So
do
then
the
you'll
2
add
blades.
Yeah, so then you'll add your dexterity.
Okay, so that's plus 3. So 16.
Yes, definitely hits.
Awesome. Do I attack with 2? Because I have 2, or is it 1 hit?
That's a question.
Yeah, because I'm not sure. Because I'm a novice in dual weapons, so I understand if I can't hit both for some reason, but it would be really cool if I can just go in there and stab.
I will look that up. We'll
Okay,
say
yeah.
no for this round. I'll figure it out.
Okay, yeah, I was also kind of looking, but all right. So this is for 1 attack. One sword is a d6 plus 2. That's 4, 5, 6.
Nice. Excellent. Cat, don't walk on my computer. You're gonna break everything.
Aw.
All right. And then all right, cool.
Oh wait, I think I can add another. Let me read again all out attack because there's something about +1. Just want to make sure.
I believe attacks do +1 damage to you, but I think you also get a +1.
Yeah,
Get
that's
a
what I'm
negative
thinking.
1 to, your
To my
defense
defense,
until your
but
next turn.
I get 1 plus damage, so it would be 7.
Yes, there we go.
Okay, awesome.
Cool.
7
All right.
damage.
And now the giant, it's getting stabbed and poked and shot at, and it is very, very unhappy. So it's going to try and swipe all of you that are next to it. So that's going to be Athven and Bahan. I'm going to need you both to make dexterity
No,
checks.
I hid behind Saharr, remember?
Oh, yes, that's true. You're correct. All right, just Athven then. I'm going to need you to make a dexterity check to see if you get
That's fine.
knocked prone by this
This is
giant
my
hand.
Yeah, this is my first time playing like what I hope will be a tank. So very excited to start doing stuff like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, it's all 3, right? Okay.
Yes. And then add your dexterity.
Yeah. That's I got a 6 again. That's awesome. And then my dex is 3, so 6, 12, 14. But do I get right? No, that's just defense. All right, so 14.
Perfect. Yeah. So you managed to like duck under its huge hands just in time. Some others do too, but you see a couple just take the full brunt of this like giant palm, literally giant palm, and get and just smacked into the rocks. And then it's going to use its other hand and it takes off a chunk of the mountain that you're all kind of standing underneath, and it's just gonna huck it at the boat. And you see
Fire jelly!
you see that the dock next to your ship gets just wiped out by a huge boulder.
Oh no.
And you hear the captain going, "Ah! Get over to the next one!" And then Emmylou, we're back up to you.
Emmylou's gonna yell at the captain, "Save Jelly!" And then going to that point of order, Did I use my minor action movement-wise to get off the boat?
I thought you did.
But then I used a minor action to reload. So what I'm going to do is say minor action, I got off the boat, and now
Okay,
I'll use
yeah.
my minor action first this turn to reload my bow,
Perfect.
and then I'm gonna try and hit him again.
Nice.
Oh god! Oh no!
Oh, sounds like it's
Run
gone
away.
forever.
There was some good Foley sounds though. I like that.
Oh no! It's a shit roll. Okay.
Aw.
Okay. So what am I going to do? It's 5, 6, 8, 12.
That does hit.
It does hit. Oh, because he's enormous. Bloody well. Okay. So
And
Okay,
not wearing any armor, really, to speak of.
that's
Yeah, they
it,
wear
that's
like little loincloths. They're kind of
Pretty- yeah.
naked.
Pretty much. Just
Yeah.
wearing a loincloth.
just yeah. Okay. So then I'm gonna roll my damage, which is 2d6. Oh, but that's better. That's 11 points of damage.
Ooh, nice.
And then I did my minor action. So that's all I'm gonna do.
And then the Chargers. You see a couple more of them start to get out ropes and ooh, nice. They actually manage to like cross the ropes over them and begin to manage to loop them around this giant's wrist, and you see them all work together and heave, and all of them are they work to like basically bring this giant down. So Athven, I'm gonna need you to make another dexterity save
Okay, that's fine.
to get the heck out of the way of this falling giant.
Got this, Athven.
I hope I do. Hope I do. Oh, I got doubles.
Woo!
I got 2 5s and a 3.
Nice. That will be enough, definitely enough to manage to definitely get out of the way.
Yeah, and
since
that's even without adding my 3 decks. So yeah, all right.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, yeah, it falls like face first onto the sandy beach. Where would you like to position yourself since you saved really well?
Not by its hand, maybe like kind of near the back if I could. So if I decide to jump up and kind of stab, we can
For sure.
do that real fast.
You
Yeah.
can be kind of like in the butt area.
Maybe a little further up, but yeah.
Okay, like
In the tank?
hamstring.
Are you,
Yeah, that's what I was
Right up
waiting
in there.
for. Trying to go past it, but yeah, got it anyway, so good on you.
Thank you.
I'm so glad you said that because I was about to.
Past taint. All right, good. Noted. All right, and then Saharr, it's you.
Okay, well, now that I've seen the majority of the party being significantly more successful than me, I have rallied myself emotionally. And I'm not just ready to cast a simple arcane lance. I kind of like center all of my power into my staff, and I'm going to cast Flame Blast instead.
Hell yeah.
So this does mean it's more difficult, but that was a decent roll. Plus, oh my gosh, please tell me my magic is good. Okay, yes, so 15, a TN of 12.
Nice.
Now the enemy, this 20-foot tall giant, needs to roll Dex, Acro.
I'm gonna go say because it's prone on the ground and tied and like kind and slightly tied up that it fails automatically. And it doesn't see you casting it.
10, 14, 18. This is a mana cost of 3. 18 damage.
Ooh, load.
When I hit, I hit.
Hit big. Excellent. Anything else
Yeah.
on your turn?
No, I just kind of like I sit down gently a little bit on the boat. I'm getting a little boat sick.
For sure, especially now because like the ship is starting to swing back towards open ocean to try and maneuver over into the next dock, and so there's all this rocking as all the crew is running back and forth, swinging, booms and everything to try and get this into a better position.
It's terrifying. Boots are running past me while I'm trying to cast my spell. I'm holding on to something secure. I don't know if it's just like a post or like a crate that's been nailed down to the ground.
Exactly. Bahan, as you are cowering behind Saharr.
Not cowering, strategic retreat.
Mm-hmm.
And I no longer have that because you sat down, which was rude of you. Bahan looks slightly disappointed at the fact that they no longer have cover. So they're just gonna be like, F it, and run all forward and do an attack with the dagger.
Are you on the boat?
Yeah, I'm still on the boat. I was throwing knives at it.
Oh, throwing knives. Okay, well, there you go.
Yeah.
Tuck those knives.
Which now I don't have my throwing knife anymore, so I got to retrieve it from inside the giant.
Oh yeah, so now you're gonna have to, since you don't have a dock anymore, you're gonna have to slough through like a couple feet of water. So I'm gonna say that's gonna take like half your movement to like slough through the water onto the beach.
That's fine. I'll do it. I'm all wet, but I don't care. I'm gonna
Just think of like a very large, angry, wet cat.
Yeah.
I'm feeling.
Basically.
Hair stuck to your face.
Oh, the worst.
Nah, it's short. It's like a little mohawk.
Is it flat?
But now it's flat. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess was I like all the way underwater?
Oh, I don't know.
No.
It's also raining on the storm coast.
Yeah.
Always. So
That's
like,
right. That's right.
fantasy hair gel can only do so much.
Just like a really like sad mohawk over your horns, like
yeah, it's just all flopped to one side, and now
Yeah.
I look like an emo kid. And I'm not into that, so I'm gonna be even extra angrier, and I'm gonna try to backstab again.
Valid.
I'll say that it's face down in the dirt. It doesn't see you coming at all.
Yeah. Oh wait, so I don't have to roll stealth against it?
Yes, correct.
Yes. Okay, so I just roll my damage, or not my damage,
We'll make
my attack.
You
I
could
just
still
roll the
you could
damage?
still miss.
Oh.
I've jinxed myself.
You like stab the sand.
Oh, I got doubles again. Woo!
Nice. Woo!
So it's like 18 again,
Definitely hits.
and the doubles were 4s.
Ooh, you get to do some cool things with 4 stun points.
One of those doubles was my dragon dice.
That doesn't matter. So for 4, you can move up to be the first person in the initiative. You can do a let's see. That one doesn't really apply. Oh, you can make for 3 points, you can make a lightning attack, so you can make a second attack.
Yes.
Cool.
Doubles again.
Dang, you got some blessed dice.
Oh, you don't get any more stun points from doubles on the second time, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. But
Oh,
15.
nice. Yes, definitely hits. All right, roll both your damage for both those attacks.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to find the weapons page. There it is. All right.
All good.
2 and 2, so 4.
Woo! This thing is looking pretty bloody.
I'm gonna reach down and put my finger in some of the blood and do like a that thing.
Yes.
I
Wow.
love it. All right, and then Athven, it's your turn.
All right. Guess I should stab this thing.
Get to
I
stabbing.
was
was trying to see if any of the minor actions really make sense in this time, but I don't really think they really do. I mean, I guess I could prepare. No, that doesn't really make sense. I'll just do my major action and then we'll see how it works. So I'm gonna do the all-out attack again.
Nice.
Oh, that fell. Sorry. Okay. Not so great. Ugh. The 1, 3, and 4 plus. Sorry, I have like a million tabs with a million things open to keep track.
Real. I understand that.
Mhm.
Me too.
That's nice. I had my strength, right? Or
Your dexterity.
dexterity. Okay. Yeah, so 3, 6, 12.
That does hit.
Awesome.
Roll that damage.
What's the point of rolling if it's just the same fucking numbers? Okay. I got doubles.
Woo!
2 3s and a 2.
Oh wait. Oh, roll your damage should just be like 1d6 plus like 2.
Oh, you're right. I am a
Yeah.
fool. We just went over this. Okay.
Oh, good.
All right. So that's 3. Yeah. It's 5, but it's 6 because I did the all out.
Nice. Ooh, so close to death.
Dang it. I was really hoping.
All right, and then it is the giant. It is going to thrash around violently.
Just
I want
Wait.
to break free.
Yes. All right, so everyone's standing next to the giant. So Athven and
Since I didn't use my minor action, could I do stand firm?
oh yeah, totally.
Okay.
Oh, and I had just looked up. Oh yeah, so for your dual weapon wielding, as
Mhm.
long as you're holding a weapon in each hand that aren't two-handed weapons, you can use the activate minor action to either get a +1 to your damage or to get a +1 to your defense.
Okay.
And then you can switch it every time you choose to activate.
Okay. Oh, I will remember that.
Being a novice. Yes, but yeah, you use your stand firm, and then Bahan, you are actually right in some giant, right? Yes.
I am right up on that giant.
All right, I'm gonna need you and Athven to make dexterity rolls to see if you can get out of the way of this thrashing giant. Holy moly, where did I put my dice? There they are. Ooh. Oh lordy.
10.
16.
So the 10 is not going to do it, unfortunately.
Ooh, it's okay.
And as it throws its leg back to try and like get onto all fours to try and get any amount of grounding, you are going to take 12 damage.
Ooh.
You just get kicked
Ouch.
That's fine. I can take that.
and you are knocked prone. And then now, as it's all up on like all fours right now, and it just reaches out its hand and just begins to, swiping at all these people who are just yelling and stabbing at it. And you see a couple more get blasted towards the water. And then it is Emmylou.
Okay, so Emmylou is going to I'm going to reload and shoot it again. Let's hope
Heck yeah.
Let's hope I get doubles. No, I didn't, but that's okay. So that's 7, 13, 14, 15. That's 18 to hit, which hits.
Oh yes.
And then Ooh, I got doubles on my damage die. I don't know if do I generate points with that?
No, in your attacks.
Well, poop. But that's okay. That's 10, 11 points of damage from Emmylou.
How does this killing blow strike this
Huh.
giant?
Oh, okay. So
At least we did
Emmylou
it.
is going to get a little startled by like how quickly it's like starting to come up.
Mhm.
And as they draw back the bow, they're going to look up and like lock eyes with like one of the chargers, and Emmylou's going to think, "Oh goodness, he's handsome," and then it's going to just kill the giant, and it just like goes straight through like an ear, and then that's how it goes. Just like, oh my god, he's really hot, and then just like,
God.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
And as it goes sails straight through the ears, and you see a little bit of brain fly out on the other side, and this thing just goes thunk and just collapses onto the ground, and this huge cloud of sand bursts up from around it, and everyone's like coughing and waiting for the dust to clear. And it's about at this point when the captain manages to pull into another safe and stable dock, and you all can disembark. And you see this huge Qunari man who's shirtless with one of those oh god, what are they called? Celeste would know this. But
Pauldron?
I don't think
Arm?
it's exactly, but yeah, the arm guard.
Just arm.
And this huge great sword, and you can hear him yell, "Open up the casks, boys! We're drinking tonight!" And then everyone's like, "Ah!" and begin, rolling over and like resetting up their campsite and everything, and cutting open casks. Drinks are pouring, and what would you all like to do now?
Athven would like to get up.
that's it. That's
You may
it.
stand up.
Stand up.
I'll go over and offer you my hand to help you up.
Oh, thank
Close
you.
by.
He definitely takes it, and he definitely makes that old dad sound where it's like, oh, thanks.
Emmylou is gonna go find the charger that was like really handsome, and introduce herself and be like, "Oh, it's really nice to meet you. I'm like really lucky that you guys were there, because I think we would have been really like in trouble if that giant had been there when we just took Doc. So I'm Emmylou. It's nice to meet you."
And you see this person. They're about you can tell he's about 5'8", dark brown hair, very just like beautiful jawline. He's got these kind of shaved sides on his head and this kind of like pompadour pushed back hair. Says, "Hi, name's Krim. It's a pleasure to meet you."
Nice to meet you. We're with the Inquisition. We're just coming back.
Oh, the boss over here was I was just talking to him about how we should saddle up with the Inquisition. So how fortuitous.
Okay. Well, we know you can fight.
Yeah, we're that over there is the Iron Bull, as he motions towards this huge Qunari fellow, and we're
Really?
both chargers.
Aptly named.
All of you, come have a drink with us. And then you see this Qunari come around, swing his head around, and goes, "Ah, Krem, bring him over here." And motions for you all to come hither by the
Alright.
fire.
I like how like out of character Riana and I are like,
You know,
I'm fangirling.
buddy.
Before we leave, could I gather some of the brain matter of the giant, please?
Oh, absolutely.
Just a handful. I just want to put it into a
No.
jar.
Saharr, are you asking Sage, or are you asking out loud? Because Athven has thoughts on that. I would like to tell you no.
They're asking out loud for sure.
Okay.
Just like any authority figure that would like to respond, because like they're already like they've made it off the ship onto the dock, and they only have one weapon. It's one dagger, and they're working kind of at the spot around the ear.
Yeah. Okay. Athven will like hold his back and like kind of walk over and be like, Saharr, not that I not that I really don't appreciate your enthusiasm, but how are you going to bring that with you?
We might have a jar.
I have
Don't.
in
Saharr.
their inventory. It's a jar that already happens to have some dried rosemary. So they take the time to empty out the rosemary, pack it into. So like they remove some brain matter from the ear and then pack
Okay.
in some rosemary into the other side.
Okay.
It's an equivalent exchange here, and I'm gonna like smush in the brain matter into the jar and hold it up to your face. Do you want?
He's gonna know. He's gonna very, very gently push it down, and he's gonna say, "Promise me you won't open that until you're back home and not by me."
I will do my best.
No.
They stopper it, put it in some fold of their robes. I will.
Not.
Oh, look, Iron Bull.
I want to go over to the giant bloody corpse and
Mhm.
find my throwing dagger that I threw into it.
Oh yeah, definitely. You
Okay.
can root around underneath folds and fish it out.
I'm also going to pat down the giant. Like, if there a place where the giant could be keeping things, like, was it wearing pants or like? Now
So
you're
you-
doing it.
Only a loincloth. We established that.
That's
So you see that around its waist, it had like what would be to it like a small coin sack. And so you can
Yeah.
stab into it.
I'm not.
Morgan.
Look, I'm not touching the giant's taint. That's final.
Or his sack.
My roommate walked into the room exactly on that sentence.
What are you gonna do? You can't touch any part of this giant.
Oh, no.
It's not that I can't. I'm going to stab its coin first.
Oh boy, it's forward of you.
Oh my gosh. So yes, you can stab into it and you see just a tide of coppers and useless shiny bits come tumbling out, like some shitty broken swords and daggers. So there's like about 89 coppers in there that you can.
He's got a lot in that loincloth. He's compensating for something.
It's in his sack. Get it right.
He's carrying a lot around in his sack. That's just fair.
I'm sorry.
He's a giant. He's got to have a giant.
Everyone made this bed, and now we all have to lie in it.
sack. Someone needs to clip this.
So put that in the notes. Quote, someone needs to
no.
clip this.
Fantastic.
Anyway, I will take it was like 89 coppers, you said?
Yeah. And
Okay.
there's a bunch of old, like, broken weapons and yeah, random shiny bits of rock and stuff.
I'm going to take a shiny rock also because I am nothing if not a magpie.
Athven, you offer disapproving looks to me, but not to Bahan.
I gave up.
What?
I gave up.
Never give
I'm
up.
giving up. No, when it comes to you guys, I'm just happy to be here and
God.
support you, but I am giving up this right now. At least it's not the brain. But you know what, Saharr? You promised me you wouldn't open it by me, right?
Yes.
So keep doing your thing. I'm going to go over there by that big guy and well, I'm going to go talk to him.
Yeah,
Emmylou, by the way, has missed all of this except for suggesting that we've got a jar. Because, like, as the second that she gets introduced to Iron Bull, she's like, "My God, you're a big one, aren't you?"
Yeah, and you can hear all of them now. All of these, like, yeah, about a dozen people, and they're just cheersing glasses, and no one can beat the Chargers because we'll hit you where it hurts unless you know a tavern with loose cards and looser skirts. For
Whoa.
every bloody battlefield, we'll gladly raise a cup no matter what tomorrow holds, our horns be pointing up. And then, everyone's.
I love that you memorized.
Emmylou thinks this is delightful. Emmylou likes singing
Saharr
a
is
lot.
interested.
And so they all just immediately shove, as you all begin to wander over, shove glasses in your hands with this awful acrid grog, but
Ugh.
it's got alcohol. The real stiff drink. And yeah, and as Emmylou goes over and says, "Oh, you're a big one," and he lets out this big hearty chuckle and says, "Ha, yes. So Krem tells me you're with the Inquisition."
Yeah, we're actually just heading back to Haven right now. Krem said that you were maybe interested in us.
Yeah, I've have this amazing company of individuals, and you might have heard of us. We're famous throughout all the land, and we would be willing to lend our assistance to closing that fucking hole up in the sky.
Yeah, it's like really big. It's actually the bigger you get, like the closer you get to it, the bigger it gets, and it's just like the scoopiest, weirdest thing in the world. So like I haven't heard of you, but like I've seen you guys fight now, and I can totally, we can totally vouch for that. But yeah, we'll if you want, we're going back already, so we could like bring a word, or if you have a
Absolutely.
message or something.
We're the best there is, and we'll do you one better than sending word. Krem, you're going with these, and you'll talk to their herald or whatever they have going. Leadership. Do they have leadership?
We've got a few.
All right, we'll talk to the pointy hats and send Krem back here when they've decided. But in the meantime, let's drink.
Sure.
Glug.
Okay. Okay.
I would you like some dried mango to add to this mixture? And I'm offering it to mostly Emmylou just because I saw you talking to Iron Bull and I wanted to like insert myself in the conversation.
You got dried mango. Yeah, I'd love. That's so nice of you, Saharr. Really appreciate you offering me that. That's really nice.
Super dried.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So
Shrinkly, but
I'm gonna take a little bit of mango and yeah, that'll be nice. A little chaser for my really shitty grog.
This is disgusting. Absolutely horrible.
No, totally. It's really gross, but the mango makes it better. You're totally right. You're so smart, Saharr.
That's why I'm a herbal healer. Herbally. Yep.
Yep. No, I agree with that.
Thank
Iron
you.
Bull, this is Saharr.
And
Hello.
Iron Bull clasps a big, great hand on your shoulder, Saharr. It's a pleasure to meet you.
You're very intimidating. I'm very scared. Nice to meet you.
As you should be. Careful to not get on my bad side or you'll get the horns.
Would you like some dried mango?
Sure. I'll try some. You see he reaches out these two like enormous fingers to just like gently grasp a little bit. Sniffs it. Gently dips it on his tongue.
I
One of a
haven't died
kind,
yet.
really.
I haven't been sick. I haven't been nothing. It's actually really good.
Not bad.
It's from a trader down south. Thank you.
And then Iron Bull Creme, this is Athven. And then Bahan is over there rummaging through the giant sack.
Bahan is not rummaging through the giant sack anymore. Bahan is standing moodily in a corner staring daggers at Iron Bull because Bahan has issues with the Qun and other Qunari that she doesn't that they don't know.
I was wondering if someone was gonna have that. Ooh, I love it. Thank you.
So I really like that you were like, oh, it's emo and I'm sad, and then you stand in a corner like
Yeah.
No, not like more like
Yeah.
Oh,
Much better. Thank you.
Yeah. Man, it's hard because like Riana would love to talk to Iron Bull and chat him up and But Athven, I don't think Athven has a lot to say to the Iron Bull. That's hard.
I mean, definitely looking around, there's mostly a group of mostly humans. You see a couple elves, one of them who does have the Valislin.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? He will say, you're the Iron Bull, correct?
Yes. It's very
Okay.
important that the article is there. It's more of
Noted.
a title and less of a name.
So okay. Do you mind stepping over there and talking for a second if you really, I mean, I just feel like as part of the Inquisition, I should at least try and talk to you before I start singing your praises to our illustrious leader.
Sure. Yeah. And he motions over to a couple of logs that have been set up by this large tent. Have a seat.
Okay. I don't know if
want to
anybody
know.
Before we do, does anybody else walk over or do you?
Emmylou's going to take this time to like go around the other charges and learn all their names and what they're doing and like find out shit that way.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Nice. Make a communications roll. See what dirt you can dig up. Maybe persuasion if you have that focus.
I've got. It's a 15.
All right. Cool. All right. Anyone else going over and sitting with Athven and the Iron Bull?
I think Saharr would probably approach Bahan to talk to them about like, oh, that was another Qunari. How I thought they looked very cool. I haven't seen one that impressive in a while. What are you well?
I left the Kun for a reason. And the only reason I trust you is because we've known each other for long enough for me to know that you're not going to cause me any problems.
Still hard not to be excited about seeing one of our kind.
It's actually hard for me to be excited to see one of our kind. I don't know where his allegiances lie.
You're correct. I'm gonna ponder on this. Do you want some mango?
Yes.
It's dried, really, really wrinkly.
I want to reach out and take the mango and just kind of like chew on it thoughtfully.
And so Athven, as you go and sit down with the Iron Bull, what do you ask him first?
All right. Gonna size him up.
Big.
Large.
Yeah. Large. lot there. All right. He's gonna. All right. So, first things first. Your company, they're called the Chargers.
Yes, both Chargers. Best in Thetis.
Humble. What is
Your favorite color?
yeah, right. What sorry, it's hard for me to think off the cuff. What are you expecting out of the Inquisition? Why are you even interested?
Well, you got the Mage Templar war going on, and they've just all got their heads up their own asses, and no one seems to be addressing the bigger issues we've got going on here. So it looks like I've heard about the good things that the Inquisition has done in the hinterlands, helping refugees and all that kind of shit. And if people are going around and doing right in the world and trying to make a change, then I'm for that. And if they're gonna fix a fucking hole in the sky, I'll help with that in whatever way I can. Can't do much with the magic, but I'm sure we'll find someone who can.
Can I? Oh, he's an idiot. Well, I do have no focus. Sight wouldn't work here. My perception's only 2. I still want to try and roll a perception though.
Or kind of like an insight.
Yeah, that we guess it's perception. It's a double. Double and I almost thought it was a triple for a second. No, it was like 4, 8, but 2 were doubles, but I guess it doesn't matter. It is only an 8. Oh wait,
Right.
it's like a 10. Sorry.
So as the two of you are conversing, you don't see any of the usual kind of telltale signs of deception, where people are like affirming, they'll shake their head no, or sweating or stuttering, everything. He seems to be being very straightforward with you and is not trying to deceive you, it seems like.
All right. Okay, so like as he like asks like the general questions, he's gonna get to now I don't claim to be an expert, but I have eyes and I can tell you're
I've only
Qunari.
got one. As he motions towards his eye patch.
Athven's not for dad jokes. He's a dad and he doesn't like dad jokes.
Character choice.
Yep. He goes, anyway, I see you're Qunari, but I know that doesn't mean anything for allegiance. So I have to ask, are you part of the Qun?
No. Talvashoth. I left the Qun long ago.
Dang it. And he sees that he doesn't think he's lying.
He doesn't.
Athven doesn't think he's lying. Darn
Don't
it.
metagame. Don't metagame.
I know.
You believe him. You believe him.
I believe him. Yep. Yep. He says that, and Athven's like, okay, well, guess this is all good. Let's all pack up.
Do you have, I mean, skills, references? You could ask him that kind of stuff.
Yeah. All right. So I asked him for his resume.
With references.
Yeah. It's a 10-year history, though, so he'd better not be lying.
He's got he'll go through and he'll name some like notable jobs. Emmylou, as you're going around and making conversation and learning everyone's names. And so you find out that, of course, Krem is second in command to the Iron Bull. Other people that you find that are like the most kind of like notable is the Dalish elf, who just goes by Dalish, who insists that they're an archer. You have Grim, who you have noticed so far only speaks in grunts. You notice there is a dwarf by the nickname of Rocky, a city elf, Skinner, and Stitches is their resident healer. And as you're going through and collecting gossip, they'll tell you that the reason that they got in fight with the giant is that the local nobleman was looking to lure the giant out of its home in order to get to the treasures that was in the cave. But as soon as the giant ran out of its cave, it actually squashed the nobleman. And
did you get paid in advance?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's better.
we got half up front, but we were able to go for the back half back at their house after, that's what we're planning to do now that we've killed it.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then whatever's inside the cave that this nobleman wanted so badly.
Yeah. But it's like really cool to meet you, and I hope that maybe like in the future we can I don't know, like I know you're gonna be traveling with us, but like I mean like later maybe, just like be around in Haven or see you around, when we're doing stuff.
Well, hopefully we get hired for this job, and perhaps we'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
Maybe that'd be cool. I don't make any of those decisions, so be nice though. Emmylou's got like the full anime hard eyes, like.
I hope every episode there's someone she can have a crush on.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
RPG goals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's romance playing goal, right? Romance playable game. Is that not?
Oh yes,
Yeah, okay.
absolutely.
Yeah.
As I say with my Cullen in a Christmas sweater mug. Yeah.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Aw.
All right, but now as you all are enjoying the evening with both chargers, imbibing or not, we'll go ahead and take this opportunity now to take a quick 10-minute break.
Ah.
And I will refresh my beverage.
All right.
Okay.
Yes. welcome to our continuation of playing Dragon Age. Yes, as we are all picking up, you all have been invited and welcomed to camp with the Bulls, Chargers, and the Iron Bull. They started like three little separate campfires now for everyone to gather their tents around. And is there anything else or any other conversations you would like to try and have, or anything else you would like to do this evening before taking a nice long rest?
Anybody look like they need healing?
Yeah.
You see the
Yeah,
yeah,
I was gonna bring
teammate.
it up, but he's been kind of like bleeding out of the side of his mouth for a while, and just like nothing he couldn't handle, but it's a little roughed up.
I think that's fantastic. You and I have just somehow like I saw you and then I didn't look closely at you and you walked away with Iron Bull and I'm like, yeah, Athven's fine.
He wasn't gonna press it. He really was just gonna go to sleep. Like, just I'll sleep it off. It'll be fine. Also, him interrogating Bull with like a busted lip and like some bruising and everything is pretty good. So.
definitely looks tougher.
Ooh, yeah, badass.
He's gotta.
points.
Yeah, definitely Athven looks a little roughed up, and the dwarf by the name of Rocky looks like they took a real serious hit after getting smacked by one of those giants. Huge swinging attacks.
Okay. I think that, I mean, with Athven, I will go ahead. Let me actually roll the numbers. Heal. 11 plus 4, yeah. We, after sleeping, this will be a long rest, obviously, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, my mana needs it. So that means I'm gonna heal you for 5, 6, 8, 9 points.
Oh, thank you.
To Rocky the dwarf. I don't really know them. So when I approached them, I'm like, hello, welcome. Hi, my name is Saharr. Do you have a healing preference to magic or herbal methods?
Oh, whatever you can spare. I got right fucked up from that giant.
Right, fucked up.
Wow.
Well, I can provide some ground up rocks. It's sand.
Oh, that's definitely a. You probably stole that from us. You know, we're being from the rock and all that.
Apparently, if I put it in wounds and rub it, it helps the healing.
Yeah.
Or
depending on the kind of rock you use.
Well, it was a white rock. Look, if you can see closely, and I kind of like. It's dark, obviously, if we have campfires, so I don't know really what I'm showing you.
Oh, yeah, that's granite. It'll be great. It's, just grind it up right in your pistol and just shove it right in the wound. It'll close right up.
Yeah, and that's pretty much what Saharr does. And like, I think, Rocky and Saharr have some good conversation.
Oh, absolutely. Rocky will tell you all about all of the dwarven healing remedies known in Orzamer, while you
good.
see sitting off a little bit from the campfire the individual stitches where he's just shaking his head at every single thing.
I feel like anyone who sees it kind of is.
I'm sorry, what?
Like everybody's horrified but doesn't quite know. Like they just look like they're having such a nice time. So
they're bonding. Don't stop them.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Good. Thank you.
Yes. Fantastic. Yeah, you all have a nice quiet long rest, not interrupted by wolves this time.
Hey.
Only the mild pitter patter of rain on your tent flaps to lull you to sleep. And as you awake the next morning, actually, the sun manages to break through the clouds a little bit, and so it's kind of this partly cloudy. In some parts, you get like a very light drizzle as you begin, imagine, breaking camp and beginning your way towards Haven with Krem.
Oh yeah.
So Krem is our new party member? That's how this works?
Yeah, Emmylou, get it.
Every time I write Krem in my notes, I do bubble letters with little hearts
Oh
and
my God.
spaces.
Oh,
Love this method acting. That's not really method acting, but it's good.
Yes, and so you all can begin traveling together back towards Haven,
I introduce Krem to our most important party member, which is Jelly.
of course.
And I try to get as many stories about the charges out of him from a professional spy part,
Mhm.
and also Emmylou wants just to talk to him.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
he'll definitely. Yeah. Or sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I'm going to stand a non-suspicious amount of feet behind that I can still hear his stories because I'm also interested in the Chargers, but I also do not want to talk to Krem because he's too close to the bull.
Valid.
Don't trust
Valid.
the Iron Bull.
Yeah, you can definitely kind of like fall back just just a little bit. Keep eavesdropping. Yes, Krem will regale you of some of the most wonderful jobs that they have, which includes clearing out nests of huge spiders, clearing out magic trees for noblemen up in the Dales. You know, defending a small town against 50 bandits, and then the townspeople tried to pay them in rice.
That one's
Wow.
my favorite story.
Really
Uh,
cool.
and then yeah, pretty much lots of highway banditry of defending people and
Very
towns
cool.
from highway bandits. And so you all have a relatively peaceful and uneventful trip back, exchanging stories and whatnot. And as you pull up to Haven, it's about midday as you approach. Yeah, you see townspeople busy at work, smithing, clanking, fighting, practicing, going about their days. What is it that you do now as you roll up in back
So
temporary home?
first things first, we're going to drop off Jelly because they've had a really trying time and need a
Truly.
little R&R. So
Mhm.
drop off Jelly
Right.
at the stables, and I'm gonna let Krem know where he can maybe talk to someone important, but let him know that if he doesn't get if anybody doesn't respond to him, just to come find me, and I will I'll relay his message.
And he says, yeah, perfect. Sounds great. I will wait for the opportune time then, I suppose.
Sure. Just let me know if you want to tour the city or something, or
Oh yeah, that'll be great after you're done reporting to whoever you need to report to, or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be around. I'm sure I'll find a tavern.
yeah,
That's
okay.
always
See you.
easy to find.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's over there, but you can just hear there's a lot of music happening, so
Oh,
it's
I love
easy.
music.
Yeah, it's good, right? Okay, I gotta go report in, but I'll see you around.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit. Cool.
Emily's gonna go back with a little pack and
Oh my God.
that's my aim. Every episode I want one of you to be like, ugh.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
Bahan's gonna do the same thing that they did when you were like that about Varric, and just be like, are you interested in that person?
I've got it. Yeah. I mean, it's like he's really handsome, right?
Not my type.
Yeah, But
Well, you're married. That's fair. That's fair. But you're like that. I mean, that's totally understandable. But like, it's just good, you know.
That's
Anyway.
why I think I'm the most qualified person here to be your wing person.
Oh, Vaughn, that's really nice of you. Like, I really feel like we've just bonded really well over this last trip. I really appreciate that. That's like super sweet of you. But I really think we should focus on getting this information to the boss first. But then later we can maybe discuss potential wing person opportunities.
Yes.
Cool.
Very reasonable.
Fair
So you're
enough.
all, or sorry, go ahead.
I said fair enough.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
guess we're gonna go turn in. Like the quest.
So
I did the thing.
yeah, I feel like when we go, we should be like super. Well, Emmylou is going to be super cheerful and be like, "Hey, boss, it was like a really good trip. Like so we'll write an official report and everything else. But so far, everything's well there, and we made a really good impression. And they send their regards. Oh, but there's one thing. If I could just talk to you on the side really quickly.
Yeah, and as you catch Leliana, she is headed towards what is known as the war room, and she says, sure, yes, of course, make it quick."
Okay, so walking with her in code, I'm going to say Harold's totally a blood mage. Found that out as well.
Thank you for your as always excellent work. Why don't
Mhm.
all of you come just walk with me for a second. This might be your next assignment. We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
And she motions all of you into this room where it's the floor and the walls are all made out of wood, and in the center of this kind of small size room is this huge, like 10-foot long, massive table with this giant stone slab on top of it. And stretched over the top of this table is an entire map of Thetis. And you can see that there are all these little markers denoting like different kinds of your troop movements and all sorts of things. And standing around this table you see a pale-faced woman with mostly short black dark hair with a braid that's wrapped around her head, standing in full plate mail. Of course, Leliana is standing with you. You notice the herald, as well as a blonde man also in full plate armor, and also this drop dead gorgeous darker skinned woman with black hair wearing this golden kind of like puffy blousey dress with this kind of like blue corset apron situation happening over top of it, and they're all standing around just kind of you know talking about different details and gossip and things. And as they slide you in, and uh you notice that the herald gives a nod to all of you, and you hear the woman with the short black hair. She speaks up and says, "Do we really need to be running around the frostbacks looking for an axe? I mean, why can't we just have one of our smiths make one?" And also standing in the room, you notice this woman who you would recognize as a sister of the Chantry. She's wearing these white and red floor length robes and this big kind of nun hat that conceals all of her hair and ears. And she speaks up and she says, "Well, as the herald has uncovered so many clues while exploring the hinterlands, this legendary weapon may be quite a powerful force in fighting other enemies. We do not know what is truly behind this hole in the sky yet, what kind of forces, and perhaps this weapon will be excellent for fighting demons." And Liliana kind of pipes up and, "Yes, and I have an excellent squad here who would be able to potentially escort Sister Garen through the frostbacks to uncover this location." And the herald gives you all gives you all a wink. Says, "I hear they do good work."
Thank you very
Uh,
much.
Yes, if you believe that you could find this location, Sister Garen, then of course, please. All the weapons we can get to our soldiers, the better. And they all kind of nod and begin, going back, pairing off and going back and, checking things off of clipboards and lists and everything. And Leliana turns to y'all, well, and she motions over the sister to approach. And this is Sister Dorcas Garen.
Hello.
Hello, it is a pleasure to meet you, she says. And Liliana speaks up again. She has potentially uncovered the location of the legendary weapon of Tirda Bright Axe. The axe
Oh.
itself, which is, as Sister Dorcas can explain, yes. Through the uncovering of clues, I believe I found the potential site that is not very far from here. Actually, it is in up a pass through a pass in the Frostback Mountains. So not should not be more than a day journey.
Okay.
Okay.
And Liliana says, "Excellent. Well, I will give you all the day as you have just arrived to freshen up, gather any supplies you need, and we'll have a full debriefing before you set off again."
Liliana,
Yes.
gloves or mittens? What do you think would be best on this mission?
Probably gloves. I always prefer being able to have full faculties in my hands.
Thank you. Thank you.
But yes, definitely warm ones. Meet me in about an hour and we can have a full debriefing of whatever of your dealings in the free marches.
Oh, yeah. Also, on our way back, we ran into a company of I don't know if I should call them mercenaries, but like a small army for hire.
Mercenaries.
Mercenaries. They get paid for what they do. But they sent a representative. So he came back with us. And it's the Bull's Chargers. It's led by a guy named the Iron Bull.
The
but-
Bull's Chargers.
Yeah.
Yes,
So
they're famous.
yeah, they said that they were famous, but we ran into them. They were fighting a giant and they were doing quite well for themselves. Although I did kill it. So anyway, but they sent their second in command, who is Cremisius Aclassi. So he came back with us if you wanted to investigate that.
Very, very interesting indeed. Thank you. Thank you, Emmylou. I will bring this to the Herald's attention. And she excuses herself and goes over to the Herald, and they start conversing. And oh yeah, sorry.
Emmylou would like to go take a bath because they feel like they're a little stinky right now. Like
Yeah.
to wash off the road grime before they go say hi to Creme again.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Definitely. Anything else that you all would like to do now that you have your day back at home?
Yeah, I'm gonna give my wife her mochi cakes.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh yeah, as soon as you walk through the door, she just immediately is like, ah, and flies at you with a
Aw.
hug, and is like, because you're so much taller than she is, and so her legs are like, she's just hanging from your neck, and her legs are just kind of like kicking a little bit off the ground. Is you're back in one piece? Thank goodness.
I'm glad to be home, although I do not know how long I will be home. Leliana is sending us to the Frostback Mountains.
Oh, it's never long enough. But, well, I mean, I guess at least you won't have to go far. She
Yes.
plants a big smooch on your cheek.
Oh. She's very cute. I'm gonna produce the mochi cakes and bashfully hand them to her.
And she gasps, yay! Yay! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna make tea right now, and you're gonna sit down and you're gonna have one with me, and it's gonna be magical. These will change your life. And she starts immediately like fussing around the kitchen and gets a pot of hot water going. And she motions to a chair. She's like, sit. Tell me everything that happened.
And then I proceed to tell her everything, including all of the things I stole.
And she finds it hilarious and
Aw.
wonderful and loves being regaled by your tales of being out on the road and adventuring, and she feeds you the little cakes and you all can have a nice cozy afternoon tea together.
Yay!
That's cute.
Athven, do you want to go or should I go?
You can go first. That's fine.
Okay. I kind of picture Saharr doesn't really have a home. They've spent a lot of time just kind of traveling here and there. However, having spent most of their recent time in Haven, I assume that there might be like a hostel kind of setup.
Yeah, pretty much.
Barracks.
Yeah.
Barracks, yeah. So like they had shared a space with an acquaintance named oh gosh, I'm looking at items around named Toothpick. And so when Saharr comes back, Toothpick's still kind of holding down the 2-cot setup that they had. Saharr dumps all of their gross clothes. I will be back. I'm going to shop for new clothes. You can either have or my laundry is yours. Enjoy my gift.
And Toothpick is actually a rather kind of stout, pudgy elf who plays in the tavern and goes, well, I suppose I can wash these and resew them into costumes for my next production.
Well,
And like picks up a ragged piece of like of shirt. It's like, maybe a second wash.
Resourceful as ever.
Oh, we must do with what we are given. We are in a war after all. And goes back and picks up his loot and starts just kind of like mindlessly noodling away.
Oh, Toothpick. And like I guess I'd probably pick up any new herbs or whatnot I can at the herbalist. I'm sure I'd written their name down at some point, but
Yes, Avery is happy to see you walk in and immediately just runs up to you with her latest selection of different cilantros.
God.
This is the Venture variety. You'll notice it has a purple edging to it. It's much
Ooh.
more pungent in note. There is also the Orlesian, which has a very more kind of a floral medley to it. And
Ah, yes. Aromatic. Thank you. And I waste whatever of my gold I can here.
Oh my god.
What does Athven get up to?
He gotta go to the nursery.
Oh, yeah.
To the baby zoo. And he's gonna go pick up his child for a little bit.
Yeah, you come in and everyone is just getting up from nap time in the nursery, and you see that she kind of walks over to you and it's like, yay, here, back,
Yep.
and motions to be picked up.
Oh yeah, he'll pick her up. And they just have a nice little time together, though he has to go again.
Mm-hmm.
Emmylou,
Oh,
sorry.
sorry.
Are you done, Athven?
Yeah, I mean there's not much you can do with kids, unfortunately.
I mean, there's a lot you can do with them.
There's a lot you can do, but like we won't get into it. Yeah.
So Emmylou would like to. There's something that's been like rattling around her brain since that meeting, and so Emmylou would like to go find some yarn of like truly the most clashiest colors that she can find, and start a new knitting project where she's going to make. She's going to plan to make Saharr those like fingerless gloves that are also like you can pull over to be mittens, so that they're glove and mittens.
Oh my word.
Wow.
Brilliant.
So they're not done yet, but the really ugly beginnings are happening.
Oh, fantastic. Make a oh god, what is that? Dexterity.
If you
how
can make them or not.
See how this project gets off.
12.
All right, so you have to like go back over like a couple of loops, but then you're like, oh yeah, no, oh okay, here's where I went wrong, and you go and you recorrect, and then they look pretty good. They look like they could sustain under some weather conditions.
Nice. So I'm gonna work on those for probably the next few days until they're done, but I'm gonna start it. All right.
How much time did we have set aside before we wanted to meet up again?
So you had your meeting with your full debrief with Leliana in about an hour,
Yeah.
and then you had pretty much the rest of the day
Okay.
before you were expected to set off the very next morning.
Oh, cool. Cool.
If Emmylou sees Bahan during that time, which they might not, but just gonna give a quick reminder that you need to drop something off to the Herald. Oh, we need to give stuff to the Herald. Oh shit, we need to give him the necklace and the multi-tool. Or there was a specific thing we needed to give him from the Levallan clan, right?
What was it?
It was like an amulet, right?
No, we gave the amulet to them to prove,
Oh,
wasn't it?
And they gave it back with a note.
Oh, they gave it back, yeah.
okay. So, Emmylou's gonna hunt down the heralds and give them that as well.
Yes, they're like going forth. They're walking right over to the apothecary to restock up on potions, and you manage to catch him. He goes, Emmylou, it was.
Yeah, that's me. That was really kind of you to remember. That's really nice. I just wanted to say, like, they were. I know you debriefed with Leliana about our trip, but there was some stuff they wanted to give you personally. So this is it. They're all really lovely people, and all doing really good.
Thank you. I'm very envious that you all got to go back to the home. I'm glad you all had a successful trip, and I'm glad to receive this back. And he takes the amulet of the first and puts it back over his head and pockets the note that was left with it. And the multi-tool. Thank you. I very much appreciate that.
Doesn't Bahan still have both multi-tools?
Oh, yeah, I didn't take the multi-tool, so that's on Bahan because Bahan took it, and so Bahan should give it back. That's not Emmylou's responsibility.
Yeah,
Oh.
Bahan's still at home with their wife. But
Fair.
if
I will tell the Herald that we did get one.
he says, he's like, oh, all right. Well, I'm sure I'll see you all around. Anything else I can do for you?
No, that's it. Thank you.
And motions and heads into. Yes.
Emmylou's just a little more nervous.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, maybe blood mages are perfectly nice people. Emmylou's not going to judge, but like also she's had a lot of shit, so it's all good things to be wary. So.
And so at some point, Leliana comes and collects all of you and leads you up to her office, which is just off of the rookery, and says, so blood mage, all of you please sit down. Tell me what else.
Wait, what?
So
What?
curious.
what
Oh, yeah,
about a
so-
blood mage?
Yeah.
I found
Yeah,
that out,
but-
but I didn't have a really good time to let you in because we were like around other people for a lot of it. So one of the things I found out while I was there in talking to the clan is that apparently Yolinda had a trouble back when he was like a little kiddo and got possessed. And then the keeper at the time saved him, but then I think died in the pursuit of like fixing him. But yeah, apparently he has been using blood magic since he was like a kid.
I felt nothing around him.
Like at nothing as in you didn't feel anything about them having blood magic, or nothing as in a void of anything.
First.
Okay. I
Yeah.
feel like the second would be a lot more worrying.
Yeah.
It probably would have told us, right?
Yeah. Unlike Emmylou not telling us earlier, but it's fine.
Sorry. Probably could have slipped that in somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Next
Like
time,
on the boat.
I will
Are
be
we not a party?
I will be better. I'm really sorry. I've learned my lesson. I'm going to make a note right now. I'm going to tell my party.
Emmylou, where are you always writing?
In a note. That's why in the magical camera, sometimes you just see the top of my head, and I'm really sorry, but I take really copious notes. Tell my party things. You know, I'll try to be really good, and I don't want to get in front of it, like in front of the boss and everything. But like everybody's still,
you don't have to. It's fine.
Adapting to a group dynamic. But I have heard your concerns, and I'm taking them into consideration. They are valid, and I will consider it going forward.
Bahan,
Mm-hmm.
is this okay with me?
What?
Sometimes I have a hard time with all the communication, and Bahan often helps me clarify.
We have known each other a very long time. I think that you are okay with this, but you are going to be watchful for if this happens again.
Stomp my staff on the ground. Thank you, Emmylou. Narrows my eyes.
Meanwhile, Leliana is just like sitting back in her chair with her fingers pressed together, just doing one of these.
Yeah.
And just watching you all very carefully, looking sometimes mildly amused by what's transpiring in front of her.
Yeah. God. Yeah, I guess Athven will be the one to like kind of turn to her and be like, you had stuff to tell us?
Well, I wanted to receive a full detail on everything that you uncovered and learn how everything went.
Emmylou's just gonna word vomit the whole we met the clan and they were really nice, and then we found out all this information, and apparently one time when he was really young they took all of his undies and his socks and they put them in the holler, and that was really embarrassing for him, so he's probably a little sensitive about it. And then we met, hold on, so he was a really boisterous child and kept getting into trouble. This is where the notes come in, guys, because I have really shit memory in real life.
You're doing great though,
but he was always getting into trouble and rushing into things, and then he took to magic really early. He attempted a spell too early, became possessed. Former keeper saved him. Then he died. Really sad. But he's a really dedicated person. And I've got Yolanda undies/socks on Hala. And then Yolanda went to Conclave to represent the Dalish and the Rebel Mages. Very important. He was very supportive of the Rebel Mages. And then I've got Yolanda as a blood mage. Yikes. And then we fought these wolves, which were super spooky. They were possessed almost. They were super aggressive.
They were blighted.
A lot of them. Yeah, they were blighted. So it was really, really sucky.
Maggots coming out of their faces.
Yeah, you know what? I had forgotten about that until this exact moment. And I really wish I could go back to a moment where I didn't remember that. And then after that, we had a really nice evening, and they're moving on to a city, but they're going to let us know where they're going. so we can keep track of them. But we made a really good impression. And then the trip was mostly okay back. Then we met the charges, which we already told you about, and that's it.
Good. You definitely all have earned your titles, and I'm glad for your good work. Thank you all. Yes. So you'll be going with Sister Dorcas.
An unfortunate name.
Yeah. Dorcas.
I have heard tales that her family in Relay is not doing so well, so I fear she might have some ulterior motive with this next mission that you have escorting her.
Scary.
Should we be? Yeah. Should we also be worried about her sister Nerdly?
It's really funny. You Athven.
Oh, that's
And
good.
Under her calm expression, she like betrays a quick laugh.
Okay.
Fun out of character fact: my friend's warden was named Dorcas. Like actually,
Dorcas. Oh.
That's perfect.
Now I feel bad for making fun.
The idea that dork and nerd are still insults in fantasy medieval Europe is really good.
There's still a space always.
ye old dork.
Yeah.
And so I feel, yeah, she might be looking for some means to give this weapon to her family in order to, improve their position. So just be on the lookout. But thank you all for coming here. And
Okay.
she hands off to each of you 50 silver pieces.
Oh, thanks, boss.
Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
Put that on my sheet.
Sage, I want to do something, but I'm afraid you're going to yell at me for metagaming.
Say it.
Okay. I want Athven to, like, before they leave, kind of, like, step over to Leliana and say, so talked with the leader, the Iron Bull, back there on the Storm Coast. Seems like a good guy, big, strong, certainly someone who would be useful in terms of brute strength. But I don't know. I'll be the first to admit I'm not the smartest. In fact, most of my life has been bad decisions entirely of my own making. So just might want to keep an eye on them.
As we always do.
Think with my pants.
But thank you for your input. We shall definitely keep this in mind. A mercenary company doesn't become that well known and gain that renown without a few connections. We'll see what we can dig up.
I just don't trust the handsome ones, but yeah.
Either. And yeah, she leads you all out of her office before she begins piling over just enormous stacks of parchment and letters and such. All right. Anything else before you all set off in the morning?
Emmylou would like to give Krem a tour because she did promise and then forgot about it because she got so excited about the mittens. But we'll go and find him and give him a tour.
Oh yeah, definitely. You can catch him as he's, heading out towards a row of tents with the cup of grog. He goes, "Oh, you're here. You've been a busy bee."
Yeah.
And he kind of stumbles off to the
My
side a
God.
little bit.
Oh, so you definitely found the tavern. That's really good.
Great place.
Yeah. I don't know if you wanted to, see the rest of the place, or we could do it like I'll leave in the morning. It's not really big. You could probably figure out yourself. You seem really smart. But if you wanted to go for a walk, I could show you around.
Yep. Oh, really smart. It's my adventure background. Let's go. Tour.
Cool. So Emmylou's just gonna go on a little walk, show him all the sights.
What's the first place that you show him?
So Emmylou's gonna take him to the stable so that he can say hello to Jelly again. And show
important.
him really important Jelly's best friend, Peanut Butter.
Of course.
And then next to Peanut Butter, there's Toast. And gonna show him all of that. And then gonna loop around and go back up through Haven, go past the bar, the tavern. Gonna point out the Haven, like the Herald's like cabin, or like, but not go kind of close to it. Keeping distance. Gonna go past up around to where there's like the apothecary, and I'm gonna point out where Solus usually is, and I'm gonna say that's Solus's place. He's a really interesting one. He's got a lot of history. So if you're interested in history, he's the one to talk to because he like knows like a lot of stuff. But a little difficult to talk to, I will say. So a heads up there.
Most importantly, what is the last place that you lead him to?
I guess I'll take him around in a little loop. So like we end up back by the Mabari, by like the steps, like when you go into the actual Haven proper. And then I'll leave him, I guess, there to go back to his tent or whatnot.
And you see he goes over and he kind of like pets one of the dogs and like gives him a scratch behind the ear.
Crush just like went pet the fake dog, and Emmylou's like
then he kind of like, slowly stomps over to you and is like, this is a fun night, and then just kind of like nuzzles his face up close to yours.
Oh, listen, Emmylou doesn't need a lot of encouragement. I think Lou's going to kiss him. If he's going to go there, Emmylou's going to kiss him.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. Kind of sloppy but passionate kiss.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Didn't even need a wing.
That only
wing
took me
person.
to session 2.
Yeah, I'm really impressed.
Thank you.
Way
Thank
to
you.
go.
So I'm totally okay to fade to black on that one. But Emmylou has no compunctions about going back to Krem's tent.
Fabulous. I love it.
And tune in next time to see what happened. Ooh.
And so the evening passes.
Oh,
yes.
I need to give the
Herald.
Yeah.
Like 2:00 in the morning, you're like, knock.
knock.
No, not
That's
that
hello.
late. This is
No,
probably
that's
going on
perfect.
simultaneously to, maybe not simultaneously. Bahan probably went home.
Forgot about it. 2 a.m.
Not 2 a.m. Okay, fine. At 2 a.m. Fine. I'm giving in to peer pressure. It's 2 a.m. The fear is gone.
You can go and you can knock on his door. And you hear a stumble and and you see a light, the glow of a tavern of a lantern turn dial up. Hello? Oh,
Bahan is, by the way, just brandishing this thing out in front of them.
Oh, thank you. That is very kind. And he slowly lifts up a hand and just kind of like lazily takes it and puts it in his robe pocket. Yes, excellent. Yes, thank you. I hope you found the other one useful.
I haven't used it.
Not even once.
I hope you never do.
Oh, okay. Well, if you'll excuse me, I would like to go back to sleep. And
Okay. Just turns around.
And as you turn and walk away, you see a leg and hear close the door.
What? From in there?
Yeah, from inside.
Ooh!
What? Bahan, roll a fucking perception, please. Bahan, I swear to
Stop
God.
it!
No.
Bahan turned around and walked away.
I want to know.
You're not there.
You said
I'm not there.
it,
I'm
ex-
having.
it explicitly said that I saw,
A leg.
right? Sage, you said I saw a leg?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to roll perception.
Oh man, dude.
Oh, you nosy pokey people.
I'm rolling it as like a passive kind of perception. So I'm cool with not adding my whatever and just taking it as is as a passive.
Sure.
So then it's on like a 10.
A lot of people in this camp have that skin tone, and it didn't have any distinguishing features.
You heard a voice too. It's distinguished.
Bahan
We're gonna
doesn't
have
care.
to find out. Yeah, I was gonna
Okay,
say
I know.
Bahan does not care.
I roll a passive perception just because I think that like if they had like if it had clicked in their head who that was, they would have turned around and been like, "Oh, really?"
Yeah.
But
No, I get it. And Athven wouldn't care either. Riana cares a lot. Riana cares very much. Riana wants to know.
is this? Am I reading this right? That I'm walking past Emmylou having sex with Krem, or am I completely reading that wrong?
No, this was
No.
someone in the Herald's. This was someone in
Oh,
the Herald's bed, right?
I don't. I personally don't care about that either.
It's okay. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
The
Not
Herald
any
can,
of you. Riana will figure it out.
the Herald can fuck who the Herald wants to fuck.
I want to know though. Anyway,
Who is it? What's your type?
it's probably not Bull. That's all I got.
It's definitely not Bull, because I don't think that Sage would have said a lot of people have that skin tone
Yeah,
if it was
fair
a
enough.
Qunari.
Fair enough. And he's not here
He's
yet.
not here yet.
But
He ran ahead just to fuck the Herald.
everything's a possibility.
Priorities.
I
It's
gotta
completely
get
denied.
that butt.
Listen.
I don't know how y'all played the game, but yeah.
The only way to play. Oh my god.
Oh, I love it.
The evening passes. Yeah, and you all wake up bright and early to go out with poor Sister Dorcas Guerin and begin your wonderful hike up the Frostback Mountains. You see she has a number of scrolls kind of like jumbled up in her arm. She's no longer in her chantry garb. She's in like hiking mode with furs and stuff, looking ready for a real trek. And she's got a scroll with the map, another scroll with a bunch of verses on it. And she's like looking at the sun and is like, okay, I think we start this way. And you all can begin your trek.
Hey.
Okay, yeah. You
Alright.
seem to know what's up. Let's follow the chantry person.
And then you all are passing these huge fir trees that are just lightly dusted with snow. The sun is peeking out behind these beautiful pink clouds as you're walking up these sharp vistas in the early dawn. And as you continue walking, every first couple hours pass, and you all take a break to have a snack, a drink, find your bearings. You notice as you're coming up towards midday, you notice a huge group of sheep that are on a mountain that is, just coming up along your path. And you see that, the males are trying to fight and shove each other off the mountain and running at full speed at these terrifyingly high cliffs and trying to knock each other off. And one of these rams tumbles down the mountainside, and suddenly at your feet, you feel a deep rumble erupt. and you see that coming in front of you to block your path is first a little bit of snow that begins to cascade and tumble and grow
Uh-oh.
louder and begin to roar as an avalanche erupts on the mountainside in front of you.
Oh my gosh.
Did our sheep cause this?
Might have been a ram. We should probably hurry a little bit.
Am I rolling?
All right. So how this is gonna work is that we are all gonna roll initiative.
Okay.
Ooh. Ooh.
Emmylou, what'd you get?
Hold please. That's 12 plus 3 is 15. And then I add my dexterity.
Yes.
Okay, so 15 plus 3 is 18.
Nice. Saharr,
Which
what'd
is-
you get?
Oh, 10. Nowhere
Bahan.
near as good.
Bahan, what did you get?
15.
And Athven, what did you get?
I got 17.
What, y'all? Poor Sahar's just like, la la la, sheep. Oh, fighting. Okay.
Oh, this is bad. All right. So effectively how this is going to work, it's going to be a chase encounter to outrun the avalanche before it tumbles
Ooh.
over you.
Like this.
So you're going to have 5 rounds as the snow begins to rumble and roar at breakneck speed towards you. So to outrun, you're going to make, during your turn, I'm assuming that you're basically just running your asses off. If you want to take an action to try and do something else, though, you can totally do that. But during your turn, you'll make a Constitution running check. And if you, I know the target number, if you succeed, then you'll get to add your dragon die towards a running total. Before 5 rounds ends, you need to accrue 15 points to not be overtaken by this avalanche.
Wow, this is fun. Okay.
I'm
Hi.
very excited because my focus is in running.
Nice.
God.
Hell yeah.
Nice. This
Definitely
is
not me.
your moment.
The rest of you guys might get killed by this avalanche, but I'm definitely not going to get killed by this avalanche.
It's been great knowing you.
I feel like a romanced Creme in the second game. So I feel like if I die now, I've died well.
What tragic backstory for Creme, too. Of course.
Falls in love and then she dies in an avalanche the next day.
Rough.
So Emmylou, you are first.
Okay, so I'll make a constitution check. So that's 9. That's 11.
And what is the number on your dragon die?
6.
6. All right. So yes, you 11. With an 11, you pass, and you'll add 6 to your starting. 9 more to go. Athven.
Okay. 2, 5, 4. Sorry. 11. And what's on my dragon die is a 4.
All right. Bahar, your turn.
Okay. What, real quick, what do I add for my focus? It's like, is it +1?
+2.
+2. Okay. Hold on. Where did my character sheet go? Why have you done this? There it
Oh
is.
no.
Wait, and you add your constitution?
Yes.
Oh, that's fine. I'll take 11. That's fine.
I mean, yeah, you need at least an 11 to pass.
I had 14.
13?
18.
18. Oh, yeah, even better.
Wow.
What's the number on your dragon die?
4.
All right. And Saharr.
13. And I only have a 2 on my dragon die.
Emmylou. As we
Wait.
conclude the first round.
Did Athven go?
Right after you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Oh, I get that. Hello. It's 10, 14, 15. And then
Yes.
the number on my dragon die is a 4.
Perfect. Athven.
I got 8, 11 plus 6. So yeah.
Oh yeah, you good.
And then 6 is my dragon die.
Hell yeah.
Very
Bahan.
lucky.
Somebody's gonna have to save me. I feel it.
14, and the number on my dragon die is 5.
Saharr.
Can do it.
At least these are like character appropriate rolls.
6.
Ooh, so you are going to suffer a complication. As you're running, you just you don't, the snow is piled up so high that you don't notice the snow embankment that you just immediately step and sink into, and so you have to spend extra time kind of just trying to run and get out of this. And so we're back up to Emmylou.
Ooh. It's a 10.
That doesn't quite do it,
Oh
as you just
no.
manage to trip over a root of an exposed root of a tree, and you go reeling forward.
I feel like I looked behind me to check that Saharr was okay, and then I lost track of where I was stepping.
It happens. Athven.
It's 14.
Yep,
And
that does.
I got a 6 on my dragon die again.
Damn. All right, Baharr.
$19 and a 6 on my dragon die.
Woo!
Nice.
Nice. Saharr.
I finally have a decent roll. 14 and 4 on my dragon die.
Yay!
I meant to
Emmylou.
ask Sage,
Oh, yeah.
sorry. My second roll where I failed, do I get
Uh-huh.
my number still for my dragon die there?
No, because you did
Oh,
not pass.
Okay, I will not count that. Thank you.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping track of all of them.
Okay. Oh no.
Emmylou.
I rolled 11. I rolled over an 11. 11, 14, 15. And then my dragon dies is 6.
Nice. All right, Athven.
It's gonna run out sometime. Yeah, so it's 12.
Yep.
But I got a 1 on my dragon.
Okay. Baharr. Or Bahan, sorry.
18, and it's a 5 on the dragon die.
Nice. Saharr.
9.
Ooh, one of the rams who is running rapidly away from this too just nudges into you and throws you off balance.
I hit the ground.
Emmylou.
Whoa.
So I have a question because
Yeah.
I've reached my 15.
Mm-hmm.
Can I use my action right now to help Bahan?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Okay.
I should have been keeping number then.
Or Saharr. I'm sorry, Saharr, not Bahan. So I'm gonna. Do I roll and then just apply it to Bahan? Or no,
I'll-
Saharr. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Okay, we
I'll
came up
also-
with very similar names for our characters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
Okay.
say that since like you've like run forward a little bit, looked back and see that Saharr is struggling, and you can go back and kind of help them up and keep them going. They will get to add a +2 to their roll
Okay.
for the
I'm
next
okay with
one.
that.
Thank you.
And then Athven, or yes.
Okay. I hope this means I should make it. Yeah, it's 15.
Yeah.
And 3 on my dragon die.
Yeah, so you and Emmylou and let's see, and now Bahan, your turn.
That's my first bad roll. It's an 8, but I do think I reached 15 already.
Yes, you did.
Okay.
But as you're running forward, and you don't happen to see there is one rock that was kind of concealed by the snow, and you kind of trip over it, but you're still pretty confident. Now, just like 10 feet in front of you, you actually see this huge cave entrance just off to your right. That's just up a little bit, like a 10-foot ledge up, and so you can see that as a safe harbor for this avalanche to pass by you. Saharr.
12.
Yes.
Oh, that does. Oh my gosh.
What is the number on your dragon die?
5 on my dragon die.
+2.
Oh my gosh, where does my +2 go?
To your
My general
initial
roll?
check. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't think I'm gonna make it with the end rolls
Wait,
though.
can we all help now since we all made it?
So Bahan, Athven, Emmylou, and Sister Garen managed to make it up to the ledge into the cave. But just as Saharr is looking to jump, you see just this huge pillar of snow just whoosh, and cover over the entrance of the cave and over Saharr. And that is where we're gonna end the game.
No, that's so cruel.
What?
Also, did we take the sister with us, or is she smushed with some rims?
Oh,
No,
No,
she made it.
She made
Okay.
it.
Made it.
Okay, all right, sorry. Oh no. Okay, well, we're gonna do a bit of digging the first part of it. We'll get you out.
Oh wow! I think you can suffocate under the snow.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
a possibility. You will have to make some checks to see if you don't freak the fuck out.
Oh no. We'll get you. What a
But all
good
right.
game, though.
Yeah, that
Thank
was
you.
good.
Thank
That
you
was
all
so
for
intense.
playing. This is another wonderful session. I'm so happy to be playing with you all. I have been your storyteller, Sage.
And I am Bianca Zelda playing Saharr, the Qunari mage who may be buried under snow forever.
No.
No. I've been Casey playing Bahan the Qunari rogue, and I'm definitely not letting my, I guess, best friend
Besties!
die. So
We need to exchange gifts to confirm it.
yeah,
You have to get me out of this first.
I'm gonna steal you something, and you're gonna give me some kind of like dried like some kind of rock or something.
Listen,
Dried
Sahar's
rock.
still got that giant brain matter in a jar, so
I'm not supposed
True.
to use it.
to be fair.
Around
you just-
Athven.
At Athven. That's it. That was the stipulation.
That's all he said?
Just not around me. Morgan.
Hi,
Next.
my name is Morgan. I've been playing Emmylou. Come hang out with me on Twitter. Say hi.
And I'm Riana. I've been playing Athven, the Dalish warrior. And I'm also on Twitter. I think we're all on Twitter. You should come talk to us because we're
Yay.
really cool people.
We are all really cool. I'm really into it. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. This has been such a blast. The next time we will be playing is February 7th. And yeah, I can't wait to do this again. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you next time.